What is going on, guys? First video of the year, and I'm wearing this shirt. Okay, maybe if you don't know, yeah, okay, you see it. There's a special reason why I'm wearing this shirt. Last week I actually picked up something. Yes, the MAXIMA. It's behind me. We are ready to build this car. The project is green lit now. I'm going to show you around the MAXIMA, and I'm going to show you why did I choose this very car. There's a reason why I haven't got any other MAXIMA. It's a bit of a geeky thing, but I think these small details makes everything. So I'm in the MAXIMA right now, and like I told you, there's a very specific reason why I've chosen that car over a bunch of other MAXIMA that were for sale on Craigslist or eBay or stuff like that. This car is actually, it's got 132,000 kilometers, which translate to roughly about 70,000 miles. This car is basically brand new. And there's a big problem with these MAXIMA on the East Coast. They have a tendency of getting rusty, and rusty would be an understatement. These cars are eaten away by rust on the East Coast, and there's a small amount of rust on it. Obviously, there's like inside the fender, or the front fenders on the car also got some rust issues, but other than that, the car is pretty clean. I really want to show you a bit more. You're going to see the interior is super clean also, but I really want to show you something really funny. Okay, we're going to start the car. So we're going to start the car, and you're going to hear the sound of the beast. A little bit of a loose strap, but sounds good. But the thing is, from what I've realized, is that I don't know if you can see it on screen, but there's some smoke from there. So that means a major hole on the exhaust, but we're going to change that anyway. There's a little bit of smoke here, but not that bad. But you can definitely hear that there's an exhaust problem on that car. That's what happened when a car is sitting for so long at the same place. Here's the rust issue I was telling you about, but we're going to change the front fenders. Other than that, we've got pretty clean front end. The rad support on these cars are garbage, so we're going to change that also. You can see there's no, I don't think we can fix this. We're going to change the fender too, but as you can see, the bumper was painted on the car. Yeah, nice touch. Really bad fix, but anyway. Other than that, pretty clean car. Automatic, just like in the movie. Black interior. Well, I won't show you everything about that car because you already saw that car in a video I've made this past summer. When we were looking for a car, we actually went to see that one, and the car was already sitting in a used car lot for quite some time. There's not a lot of people on this herd who wants a 4th gen MAXIMA. But this one is going to look so awesome with the Bring Back Jesse Jetta, don't you think? Sounds good. Not gonna lie, I kind of like the sound of the car. We're going to redo the whole interior, black and blue seats, supercharged engine. We're going to do the reverse opening hood, and also the louvers on the sides, just like the real one. And then it's going to look amazing with the Jetta. So we're going to bring that thing inside the shop, and I'm going to still work on it a little bit. But like I said, I really wanted to show you the car, the beginning of the project, what we have to work with. Maybe you can see on the screen, but you can clearly see the pearl on the bumper doesn't match the fender, well, the quarter panel. But anyway, we don't really care. We're going to respray the car. So I just want to take 30 seconds to do a major shout out to our sponsor for this project, Auto Primo. Auto Primo is a used car dealership in Laval specialized in luxury car. Of course, this is no luxury car, but nonetheless, Auto Primo help us out with this project, and they are going to be very, very helpful to do the first ever replica of the MAXIMA, at least the first screen accurate replica of the MAXIMA from the Fast and the Furious. So I really want to thank them a lot. So the car is inside the shop, it's fully clean. Now we're going to drive back home, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more on what we are going to do with this car and our challenges, because there's going to be a lot of challenges around this project. So I'm back home now. As you can see, the background changed quite a bit. I just run you down all the details, all the challenges that we are going to face. We have a very, very clean body, as you can see from all the images. One of the challenges that we are going to face building this car, even though the car looked super clean when we saw it for the first time, you may remember from the video, or if you want to see it, just click right here. But the first time we saw the car, we realized it was a clean car, but it has been neglected for quite some times, if not years. Today we actually cleaned the car for the first time. It was the very first wash the car had in years, and I've realized some few things. I saw some rust at places I didn't saw the first time when we went to inspect the car. Am I stressed out because of that? Not really. The amount of rust that really bothers me is on the rear right quarter panel. But since we are customizing the quarter panel to do the side exit exhaust, it won't be a problem. Other than that, the engine, there's some small leaks underneath the car that we need to give more attention. But other than that, it's maybe probably some seals, stuff like that. You know, a car like that, that has been sitting for some time like that, it happens. You know, when we got the Corvette this past summer, there was a bunch of leaks underneath the car because the car was sitting in the garage for over 20 years. Things like that happens. But now for all the other challenges building this car, the side exit exhaust won't be a problem. It's fairly simple, and the guy who's doing the body work on my car is very, very good. He's been doing like the craziest builds in Quebec. So honestly, my trust is to like 110% with him. So no problem with that. But we are going to need a custom hinge system for the hood. Because as you can see from the pictures that I'm going to put on the screen, the engine compartment of the car, the hood, is opening on the other side, a bit like an old E30 BMW, stuff like that. So there's some very little space to install hinges, hood hinges, to do that. So I'll need to scratch my head quite a bit to know what to do. But the best thing I can say I have right now is the help of Craig Lieberman himself. So that's a good thing. Like I said on Instagram, this project, even though it looks from the outside, it looks super simple, it's going to be probably my hardest build ever, because you know there's been so many trials and error with my other builds, with the Jetta, the Eclipse, and over the years you've been expecting more quality from me. So I'm always trying to push the boundaries of how perfect a replica can be. And when it comes to the Maxima, the problem is Craig has been saying on his video on YouTube that my cars are the best example of any replicas he saw. So to to attempt a replica of a car he actually owned, it's going to be quite a challenge, because I really want him to be satisfied with the result, but it's going to be super hard. I mean, I'm trying my best to get replies from the companies who's building parts like still in for the body kit, stuff like that, and sometimes it's hard to get answers, even though you know that they are still making the product you need and stuff like that. But anyway, the hood is going to be one hell of a challenge. When it comes to the sound system, I really want to go for the look that the car had in 2001. As you may know, if you've been watching the Maxima video of Craig, you know that for a fact the sound system changed throughout the years. Probably 2004, 2005, one of the new owner of the car changed the setup. It looks better, yes, but it doesn't look period correct, if I must say. So we'll see what we're going to come up with. But this build is for you guys. A couple months ago I asked you what should be the next build, and this time you've chosen the Maxima. A lot of you have been asking me Tokyo Drift cars or cars from other movies, but I feel like the original Fast and the Furious is the only one I really want to attempt, because it's so iconic. You know, these cars, people know them a lot, and that's why I really want to stick with the Fast and the Furious one. And I don't want to build like a Supra, because there's probably the best example in the world, the best replica in the world, like not even 20 miles away from me. So instead of doing these cars like the Maxima, not the Maxima, but instead of doing cars like the Supra or I don't know, the Too Fast Too Furious Skyline, I prefer to attempt cars that I really love and that I never seen replicated before. So that's part of the reason why I'm going with the Maxima. When it comes to the engine, we already found the supercharger system, but the only problem is, do I need to do upgrades on the engine? I don't know. Am I gonna do some upgrades on the engine? Definitely. So we want this car to be reliable. That's the most important thing. This car needs to be reliable. Since there's no racing seats inside the car, there's no racing steering wheel. It's going to be a very convenient car to drive. So I really want a car to be reliable, as the most reliable as possible. And also, if I can drive this car from Montreal to LA, I will do it, because the white Maxima that I just bought is a very low mileage car, and there's not even 80,000 miles on this car. So this car can definitely make the trip from Montreal to LA. So guys, this was the very first video about the Maxima. It's a bit quick because I just wanted to show you the overall car. The process of the paint work, the body work and everything will start within the next month. So keep in mind, it's going to be a slow start, but once it's started, it's going to be a fun ride, and yeah, it's going to be amazing for sure. So guys, one thing that I really want you to do, if you've watched that video and if you like what you saw, please don't forget to subscribe. This is the only way you can really support me through this project. I know I was supposed to wait till we get like 20,000 subs in order to do these videos, to release the videos about this car, because I really wanted to get the money from the ad revenue from YouTube in order to pay for this project. But luckily, we got a sponsor, Auto Primo, who supplied us with all we needed to get the car and start the project before getting 20,000 subs. So guys, it's super important. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Also, I would like to know how should we name this project? You know, we had Project Heist, which was a Civic. We had the Bring Back Jesse Jetta, but how could we name this Maxima? I was thinking something like super niche, like Fat Burger or something like that, you know, something that can relate to Vince. But who knows? Please drop some suggestions in the comment. It was a pleasure to release this first video for you, and I really hope I'm going to see you in the next one. So have a nice day.